Once upon a time, there were 3 girls called Karen, Sarah, and Siobhan, or Bananarama for short. Boy, these girls were hot.
Wow, she's got it.
They had no Svengalis or style gurus behind them, but they had this vision that they could be the ultimate girl group.
It was a little hint of what happened with the Spice Girls, that sense of a primitive girl power.
They were sassy and they didn't seem like they were going to be messed around by any boys. Original girl power, I think.
In 1982, Bananarama, the sullen, sexy, all-girl hit machine, burst into the UK charts. Earlier this year, they reformed for one very special night to celebrate their success as the world's biggest ever girl group.
What you're about to see is so much more than more. You are about to see history.
In 1980, Karen left Bristol for London, taking a job at the BBC's pensions department. Sarah followed to study fashion journalism. By night, they hit the clubs in search of adventure and free beer.
We went to every club, every party.
Everything we could get into, really.
Everybody dressed up. They weren't like regular clubs, they were like odd clubs with odd people in, which was our kind of...
Suited us down to the ground.
I went to college to do fashion journalism. Sarah was in my class, so we started hanging out. We were the only 2 people who didn't look like medical secretaries.
Everybody else was very, I don't know...
Ordinary?
Ordinary.
We all became homeless at the approximate time. Sarah and Karen were mates with Paul Cook, who'd offered them the Pistols studio to live in. We didn't have a pot to piss in, you know, so we used to wash in the tube station. It was great. We were really young, no responsibilities, no money, but some instruments that we could tit about on.
Instead of guitars, they picked up 3 microphones, and the group was born.
That was the first time we got on stage and played maracas and danced, so I guess that's how the idea came about, the 3 of us.
We'd sort of barely formed, you know, and then my friend Gary Crowley came down.
They kind of sort of had this wonderful sort of shambolic, almost bordering on amateur approach to it. In fact, they made that sort of shambolic approach almost into an art form.
He worked for an indie label, and he came back with the word that his boss would pay for us to do a demo in a 24-track studio, and we were like, all right.
The single they recorded was Aia Moana, sung in Swahili. It got them into the London-based fashion bible The Face, and noticed by Funboy 3 frontman Terry Hall.
Terry just liked the look of us. Thought we looked an absolute mess, just like the 3 of them, and called us.
We'd only been in the studio once, and we kind of saw the whole thing as a bit of a lark, you know, almost like taking the piss out of the music industry.
We were more like backing singers, and Terry was exactly the same kind of surly, couldn't care less of the person as us.
I don't think that the performance was really important to them or us.
No.
Didn't even want to look in a camera. Didn't know when the red light came on that you were supposed to look at the camera. I think we probably spent all our time whispering and looking at each other.
At the time, it cut across some of the more antiseptic things that were going on. There was a backlash against punk by the record companies, and they were trying to stop that energy happening, and Bananarama, because they got on top of the pops, were a little sign that there was still a little bit of that energy going on.
With a recording contract and a hit single, all they needed now was to find the right manager.
A friend of mine said, oh, Michael McLaren wants to meet you. So we thought, oh, he wants to manage us. Brilliant. You know, he seems to have done a good job with the Sex Pistols. And bow wow. So down we went. And he said, why have you asked to see me? And we were like, well, the 3 of us were really shy and very uncommunicative generally. We were kind of like quite surly, and we just sat there. Didn't say anything. And he said, I mean, do you want me to write you a song? I could write you a song. How does this appeal to you? Don't you touch me down there, oh daddy, don't you touch me down there. Ooh. which of course in hindsight I realise is utter brilliance, you know. But at the time we're going, fuck off, you know.
The Boomtown Rats were upstairs and then their manager managed us.
The guy who managed the Clash, Bernie Rhodes, he also wanted to manage us.
And who had to sack everyone? Was it you?